All right. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to another virtual session, episode, whatever you want to call it, of 1 Million Cups Bentonville. My name is Caleb Talley. I am the Director of Marketing and Events for Startup Junkie, but I'm a proud 1 Million Cups Bentonville organizer. And I'm so glad thank everybody for tuning in this morning, whether you're on your way to work or you're dropping the kids off or whatever you're doing. Thank you for tuning in. For those of you that are not familiar with 1 Million Cups, it was created by the Kauffman Foundation on the notion that entrepreneurs discover solutions and engage with their communities over 1 million cups of coffee. I've got mine. I hope everybody's got theirs ready. I need it. This free program was designed to educate, engage, and inspire entrepreneurs around the country through the power of volunteers. 1 Million Cups has grown to more than 160 communities across the country. So wherever you are in the United States, if you're traveling for work or you just moved to a new area and you're wanting to get plugged into the entrepreneurial community, there's a good chance that your community may have a 1 million cups. It's a great opportunity to plug in with that entrepreneurial community because wherever you go, there's going to be a 1 million cups session. Excuse me, even if it's virtual on Wednesday mornings. So today, we are very excited to be joined by Mark of the Little Candle of Northwest Arkansas, a Bentonville-based company that creates hand-poured soy wax scented candles. I obviously need more coffee because I can't read my own notes. Mark, without further ado, I will turn it over to you for the presentation. If you're watching, whether you're watching, well, I guess you have to be watching on Facebook Live because that's where we're streaming. Drop your question in the comments under the video. After the presentation, we'll address those with Mark. All right, Mark.
Okay, Caleb, thank you very much for the introduction. And our small business is the Little Candle of NWA. I'm one of the co-founders. Vonnie and my wife is the other co-founder. And today I'm just going to go over some highlights about our small business. So just a few items I'll cover in the presentation. I'll talk about what our initial inspiration was, how we got into the candle making business, talk about the formation of our company, and just go into a little bit of our mission, why we do what we do and why we love making candles. I'll talk a little bit more about our candles specifically, some of the materials that go into it, talk about our current operations, where we're currently selling our candles and where you can find us. And, I'll end it off with our ask to the community, to everyone who's tuning in, how you can support us. So we got inspired to start making candles back in January. We had gone out to San Diego to a friend's wedding, and we visited a farmer's market Sunday after the wedding, and we saw a couple selling candles at the farmer's market, having a great time, and we got the idea, like, hey, we should do this too. This would be a really fun thing to get into. So then during the COVID months, March to May, it was something for us to do during our quarantine and spending so much time at home. We really started researching candle making, buying supplies, experimenting at home in our kitchen, pouring candles. And then we got comfortable and happy with our first generation of candles and sold them to our friends and family in July and got their feedback. And we got really great feedback from the initial batch that we sold, and we saw this as just a really good opportunity to connect with the people in Northwest Arkansas and meet some great people. So then shortly after, at the end of July, we formed the company. On July 27th, we formed the Little Candle of NWA LLC. We're organized as an S Corp. Vonnie is 60% shareholder, I'm 40%. And we created the other things right after, such as our website. So if anyone hasn't seen us, please, go to our website, go check us out. We also have our social media pages up on Instagram and Facebook. And we just love, we love making candles, and our mission is really to provide a locally crafted candle that's an alternative to the big box store candles here. We use 100% soy wax in our candles, so Soy wax is derived from soybeans, and it's not what you might, some of the ingredients that you would find in some of the big box candles would be paraffin wax, which is part of it's an oil byproduct. So try to go to the natural ingredients and stay with soy wax in our candles. Um, and we just love interacting with customers when they come and they see us at the farmers market. And we love just hearing the feedback from customers about how much they love the scent of the candle, and it's just been great connecting with different people in the community. A little bit more about what goes into each candle that we make. It's 100% soy wax, so no paraffin. We use fragrance oils that don't have any ingredients that are part of the California Proposition 65 that may have cause any of those ingredients that may be known to cause cancer. We don't use any of those type of fragrance oils in our candles. The wicks that we use, they're cotton braided wicks, and there's no metal or zinc cores to them. We went with this classic 9-ounce amber glass jar. We got a lot of good feedback from our initial batch to friends and family back in July that this is a great look, and we just love that sleek feel, that amber glass jar there. And even with the metal lids, we have this plastisol inner lining in these metal lids. So when you shut it, it's got this nice, clean, smooth, airtight feel to it. And we use a local printing company called Morpho Printing to print our labels. They've been awesome. So we really thank them for the work they've been doing for us. We're currently at the downtown Rogers Farmers Market. We are there for the summer every Saturday. We also do any holiday pop-up markets that are in town. We recently did one two Saturdays ago. It was at the Brick and Mortar location, which is in downtown Rogers off of Walnut and 2nd Street. We had a really good holiday market there, sold over 100 candles. You can find us online on our website. Also other platforms too, such as the Rejoicey platform, or also the What's Good app, which is how you can order products online from a farmer's market and pick it up on Fridays. So we'll be at the downtown Rogers Farmers Market for next summer, 2021, which is going to start every Saturday in May. And our goals are really just to continue to increase online sales and increase our social media presence. We're really looking forward to the successful 2021 farmers market season. The downtown Rogers Farmers Market was in the old library building this 2020 season, and COVID really, did a number on the traffic that was coming there. But it's going to be back in that L-shaped building in downtown Rogers, so we're really looking forward to that next summer. And really, our long-term goal is we'd really like to open a storefront where we can have retail sales, where we can sell our candles and some other items, and that would also serve as a base for production and inventory storage, and a place where customers can come and pick up their online orders there. And our ask for the community that's tuning in is, just help get the word out. We looking to increase our social media presence. Give us a chance, buy a candle and see what you think. The holiday season is coming up, so if you're looking for a good local gift for someone, try us out. Buy one and give it as a gift. Tag us and like us in social media. That's what what would mean the most to us, is getting the word out. So thanks so much for tuning in, and those are just some of the highlights of our small business, the little candle of NWA. So Caleb, if there's any questions out there, I'd love to help answer any questions from the community that's listening in.
Yeah, absolutely. And there's kind of a few second delay between where we're at right here and kind of what's playing on Facebook. So I'll start with a question. Where do you get the inspiration for your candle scents? Like, how do you go about deciding what candle you're going to put together?
It's partly our personal preferences. We really like earthy, musky, woodsy smells. So we started with our year-round lineup, our library lineup is our library collection, as we call it. A lot of oak moss, mahogany, teak wood, kind of tobacco vanilla. Those are just scents that we have smelled in candles when we've been in different boutiques over the years, and really wanted to create those scents. And then really we're just getting feedback from customers. We had customers really ask for leather and suede scented candles, and we have now worked those into our lineup. We've gotten a lot of requests for that, and really just looking at trying to make seasonal scents. We just did our winter lineup, so on the screen, if you can see the screen right now, Fraser Fir was a really big winter lineup candle. It was a kind of a fan favorite. A lot of people bought those. We're working on our spring collection right now. So yeah, those are just some of our inspirations.
We've got a question in the comments. Morgan asks, are your candles in any local shops or boutiques?
Not yet. We've had a couple of boutique owners reach out to us. There's one when they relocate to a new center. So the Weathered Goods in Fayetteville has requested to put in an order to sell our candles there, but they're currently moving to a new location. But we're looking forward to supplying our candles in that store. Also, there's a few other places like the leasing agent at the Red Barn Apartments off of the North A Street there. They reached out and are going to be purchasing some of our candles to sell at their leasing office there. So we're really looking forward to supplying our candles there at their leasing office. But right now, we're mainly farmers markets, any pop-up markets, and online is the main avenues that we sell our candles and where you can get them.
Martha asks, candles are such a huge market. What is your pitch to stores about why they should carry your candles versus the ones they may already carry?
I mean, part of us is that we use soy wax, so we don't have paraffin wax, which is a byproduct of the oil industry. So we have a cleaner burning candle. You're supporting local, so we spend put a lot of love and effort into making each one of these candles. And when you support a small business, every purchase, the small business owners behind the scenes are doing the happy dance. So somebody had told that to me, and it's very true. We love just selling candles to people and getting their feedback. And I think this day and age, I think more consumers are being aware of where their dollars are going. And if they can support local, that's just fantastic.
And so besides, I guess, just being there and the farmers market and being on platforms like Rejoicey, how are y'all getting the word out about your company, especially during like the holiday shopping season?
Sure. I mean, mainly social media, Instagram, and through Instagram stories is really how we're connecting with people. And that's been our biggest driver getting the word out. So we created our Instagram page for the Little Candle of NWA towards the end of July, and we started with no followers to almost 400 followers now, and we're growing. We're gathering some each day. So we find that that's one of the best ways we've been connecting with folks.
And are y'all doing that organically, or are y'all putting, some marketing dollars behind social media?
Right now it's been organically. We have reached out to a local influencer in the area and provided them some product, but we've mainly done it organically. We have reached out to another local company. It's called Cypress and Pine. Her name's Rachel there, and she's done a really great job helping us out with the website. And we're also going to look at using them for some social media campaigns for us coming up. But up until today, it's mainly been organically.
And I'm curious, we see a lot of presenters, founders come in and talk about kind of how they've pivoted or navigated the pandemic. Y'all were essentially born in the pandemic. So what's that experience like to start a business in a pandemic and not really know, the pandemic has had a negative impact on a lot of companies and it's slightly positive on some. Like, what's that been like, that experience?
It's it's been trying. At first, it was great making the candles at home as we were quarantined, as we were home and spending a lot of time trying to work remotely. And but then trying to initially sell candles at a farmer's market with just such the reduction in foot traffic. Initially, the downtown Rogers, it was non-food vendors were only allowed to sell online and have pickup, and that was very difficult for the first week there. And then they changed and allowed us to be in person. But even then, there was a lot less traffic at farmers markets just because of COVID. So it started to pick up towards the end, but that was tough. There was a couple of Saturdays where there just weren't a lot of people visiting us. And other things too is that we didn't expect is that this particular 9-ounce amber glass jar, there was good supply out there from the distributors where we were procuring them from. But then suddenly we're running into a lot of shortages of these jars, and I've been being told that a lot of people are at home crafting, canning foods, and there's just been a huge demand for mason jars, 9-ounce amber jars. So our lead times have really increased. So we have to put in very large orders for these jars and wait several weeks. We're waiting for a 1,000-jar order in November, and we just got told it's not going to be until February when they'll be back in stock with it. So that was something we didn't really expect, and it's been challenging to kind of bridge the gaps with getting our inventory supply, getting our jars in stock in between these large shipments of jar orders from our distributor.
Awesome. Let me see if we have any more questions. I don't have any in the chat box. If you have any questions for Mark, oh yeah, Brian says, do you have any plans to launch in national retail?
Not right now. We like really being local and meeting and supporting the local market here. Not really plans on trying to go to either maybe boutiques in other states or any larger stores at the moment.
And how has, I guess, demand been so far? And you mentioned, having difficulty keeping up as far as just having those jars ordered. How long does it take you to make, X number of candles?
So we hand pour and we make the candles here at home. We grew out of our kitchen and we converted one of our bedrooms into what I call the candle lab. So any night when we decide to start pouring candles, I mean, we could probably do 24 candles, maybe in about 2 hours time. And so it's been something that's been really nice. My wife's in school and I work full time at another job, and it's just been really therapeutic and a stress reliever, and just really enjoyable to come home and just pour some candles during either a long day at work or to do that during the weekend. But typically, I would make probably maybe 16 to 24 candles in an evening if I were to make a batch, and those are 9-ounce ones. It'd be some more. We can probably do about 20 of. We do have some smaller 4-ounce candles that we mainly just sell during the farmers market, and we can make some more of those as opposed to the 9-ounce ones.
And you mentioned that you work full time. Is there ever, looking at your crystal ball, a period of time where, you think maybe you would go full time in the company, or what's that thought process?
Probably. I mean, it might be, potentially, Vania might, if it really gets to the point where, we have a storefront, but really, I have a steady income from my current employment, and I'm not necessarily sure at this time if that would be really leaving my profession and doing this full time would be something on the horizon, but wouldn't completely rule it out. But as right now, that's not really in our horizon.
It should. And just thinking about kind of y'all being a local candle maker, have you ever thought about, I guess, kind of leaning into that and having some maybe scents inspired by things that are local that are nostalgic to the region, or something that could be tied into candle that, maybe a themed candle, a Crystal Bridges candle, or farmers market candle, or old, that sort of thing.
That is a fantastic idea, and we haven't started pioneering into that. But I really, whoever asked that question, I really appreciate that information, and that's something we'll definitely look into. So thank you.
Yeah, that was just a thought I had. That was the free one.
Oh, okay. Thank you for your
Absolutely. Well, if we don't have any more questions in the comments below, we usually end with the question of, what can we do as a community to help you? You've touched on that. Is there anything else you'd like to add to that? I guess the opportunity
um,
to.
just if you follow us on Instagram, you'll see more of what we post. We post some behind the scenes things for our candle making, and sneak peeks of new and upcoming scents that we're releasing. So, um, and just tell your friends and family like us, and especially this holiday season, if you're looking for a special, unique, locally crafted gift, give us a try.
Awesome. And remind us one more time what the handle, your Instagram handle, and email, or
So
not
we
email,
are
website.
so yeah, Instagram, we are Shop Little Candle Co. And if anyone could see, if you could see that slide right there towards the bottom, we're at Shop Little Candle Co. for Instagram, and then Facebook is Shop Little Candle Co. as well. And then
Awesome.
also our website is www.shoplittlecandleco.com.
Awesome. And I lied. We have one more question, and then after this, we'll let you go. Martha asked, have you ever done or considered um, candle making classes or demonstrations for customers and families and kids? Silver Dollar City had this for years, over 60 years, and is very popular in the region.
When we last did our the holiday market 2 weeks ago at the brick and mortar venue, the event space venue off of Walnut and Second there. One of the owners, her name is Julia. She's really great. When we got to meet her there, you can rent out the space for several hours, and we talked about wanting to do candle making classes there. So we pulled our followers on Instagram, and we're getting an overwhelming interest in doing candle making classes. So we're currently looking into getting supplies and getting that set up. We'll probably have to keep that pretty, the participants pretty low if it's indoors and with COVID and everything and spaced out. But we're getting a lot of interest in it, and we're really looking forward to doing that, perhaps even monthly, either at brick and mortar or at another venue that we can rent out. So follow us on Instagram and stay tuned. So we're looking forward to working that in pretty soon.
Awesome. Well, Mark, thank you so much for joining us today on today's 1 Million Cups. I encourage everybody to go check out Instagram page and website, Facebook page, and join us next week. Same time, same place.
Great. Well, thank you so much, Caleb. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in and listening.